yeah, at the end of the day, like my opinion is doesn't matter because I just started. I haven't experienced the old content, and there's no way that I can do experience in older content. But I do think that you guys, the veteran who keeps saying that it was harder in back in the day, I think that's just toxic as a to the new player personally. Because like there's nothing we can do. Like what can we do? Things change. I can't just try the old strat where everything is just lower potency and like you guys have to use Iron Shell every single time unless they implement like classic. And even Yoshida already being asked. I remember I watched one interview. Someone was asking, have you ever thought about making a classic surfer just like in WoW? And then UCP just answered, nightmare. No. But yeah, we're not gonna get classic content, and there's not much that we can do at the end of the day. I do want to ask. I know Mr. Happy. Mr. Happy does a lot of like min or low eye level, not min eye level, low eye level content. Like, what is his opinion about low eye level versus back then, right? Because versus min eye level. Because my problem with low eye level is that you have more tool set. Like even if you have the same stats, you have more tool at your disposal. Imagine if they made the 2D Finder minimum LM level. No worries, we're just getting internet best buds. I just feel like what WoW it is doing with Classic. I just feel like what WoW is doing with Classic, etc. is just milking the cow. I have no clue. It does. I don't. Okay, so yes and no because my argument to that is that the player won the classic server. It's not like the reason why WoW did it in the first place is because people wanted it. So I don't feel like it's a milking because the users wants it. It's not like the dev did it without asking the consumer. So I don't feel like it's a milking the cow. Personally speaking, minimum level is going to be the closest you can get, but it will not be 1-for-1. And yeah, unfortunately not. You have retail WoW, classic WoW, and WoW hardcore. I'm so confused. Well, retail WoW is their like current Final Fantasy. WoW classic was because of the popular demand where people wanted it. They demanded it for so long about the WoW classic. So in WoW hardcore, I believe there are a special set of people who also ask that. I don't really know because I don't live in the WoW community. If people do, maybe Tony, I don't know Tony if Tony is still here, they can like explain it further. But I do believe it's because the player wanted it. If player wants it, I don't feel like it's milking the cow. Milking the cow is when, for me, is when people don't ask it, but dev did it for money, right? They're milking it. I think what you mean is that dev needs to understand why they want the classic, which is like people want classic because they're tired about the microtransaction and like how they have party finder in the retail WoW now. They want the older experience where you have to shout in town to find a party. And I think what you mean is by ruining is that they're adding that implementation inside the classic anyway, or like adding microtransaction in classic, right? I think that's what you're talking about. If I remember correctly, the dev included microtransaction in WoW Classic, I think. I couldn't comment on that because I don't play the game and I don't really know how the game is in Classic now. So I can't comment on that personally. I do believe that quality of life still needs to be implemented, right? For example, like if we ever have a classic Final Fantasy server, then like we're not going to go back like one-on-one. For example, like the cooldown not resetting when you wipe, that is quality of life. We shouldn't bring that back, right? If there is a classic, that still needs to be patched, right? For example, like maybe party finder, if you have to queue, right? In the classic, like that needs to be removed. Even if we have classic server, there are certain part that doesn't need to be there. But if the people want WoW classic because it's because they didn't want those microtransactions. Exactly. They want the old feel and etc stuff, and then dev included later on. That sort of defeat and etc. And then the dev included later on. That sort of defeat the purpose. Well, again, I can't comment on that because I don't know if they edit or not the microtransaction. But if they do, yes, that defeats the purpose. I don't know how the people respond to Classic because I don't follow the WoW very tightly. I only hear the rumor here and there because I also watch the Asmongold Gold. Fan of the channel. He also have a really good opinion on it. Yeah, I can't really comment on that. If we ever have a Final Fantasy Classic server, I don't want the cooldown not resetting back. I do not want TP back. And that's part of the gameplay. I don't really know. I know people hated it. So I'm fine with it being removed. Personally speaking, well, I don't know, because it's part of the battle, right? It's like how you manage your, MP system or MP gauge. So if they re-added back the TP system, I mean, I think that's fine. But like the cooldown, that one is like, that has to be removed. We shouldn't be going back there. That's way too bad. Give back Cleric Stance. That seems fun. Yeah, Cleric Stance, I would agree. I would love to experience like healing back in the day. Having the cross skill, I think that's very cool. I want to experience that. Changing, okay, so you know how you can set the substat, but you need to pay for it? Like, I think the substat is fine. However, I think they need to remove the cost because I think the cost is dumb. I think the system is okay. However, having a cost behind it is dumb. I'm fine with them bringing it back, but they need to tweak it for sure. You like cross skill until Dark runs around without provoke. Well, Dark won't be. I don't think Dark will be there, right? Because Dark is Heaven's Ward. Subsets we're leveling up was 1.0, not ARR. Nice. No, I believe like there is, for example, like if you change from Summoner to Scholar, I think it was ARR or Heaven's Ward. I believe it's the newer because I believe I watched it in Renon's YouTube about like how it was back then. You need to change the substat between Scholar and Summoner because they have the different substat on Biz. But the problem is you have to pay like 500k gear or something to be able to like change substat. Or it was super early ARR. I don't really know. All I know is that I've watched it somewhere. I believe they are speaking the truth because I will trust them. Yeah, I will be fine with that system, like having manageable substat instead of having materia. However, the cost of it needs to be removed because I think that's what's the complaint that people have about that system. And another thing is like the Fire Resist, Lightning Resist. I think that was the old system, right? How you have like Lightning Resist, Fire Resist. I think that's pretty cool to experience. Imagine in Nail, you have like Fire Resistant down or like Ice Resistant down. I actually don't know how it works back then. You can probably like explain more. But I did check the material in Market Board and there's like a Fire Resistant material or like Ice Resistant material. There was an accuracy stat too, yes! Although... Alright, that's a controversial topic, I think. Alright, that I can see how the fight is harder with the accuracy. It's like sometimes you miss your attack and that like make the fight longer. Do I want it back though? That's the question, right? Do I want the accuracy stat back if we ever have a classic server? That's hard, because like I think accuracy is the key point of like what makes the fight harder. In one hand, I do kind of want it back so I can experience like what makes the fight frustrating. On the other hand, people hated it and I would hate it as well. So but I don't want it back. Oh, let's see. And there were a lot more materials. I can see that. Like I even see the Market Board and the old material is still there, I think. You still have the strength, dex, vitality, etc. materia. I have a question though. Like, you know how in Tribal Quest, in AR Tribal Quest, when you complete the quest, you get the low level critical hit, termination, direct hit, blah 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 blah. Do you used to like get the strength, dexterity, and vitality material from the Tribal Quest in AR? Let's go DPS, stance, tank, and damage strings. Yo, let's go. Yeah, that kind of thing, that kind of aspect is something that I want. I personally, if I can, I want to experience it. Will I like it or not? It depends. I mean, some people also like say Heaven's Ward was also good for healer. Like, do you actually like do something as a healer? Not like this patch where honestly, I tried healing in 12F my first time. I know I'm using Echo, but what I feel is that one OG city is enough to heal the whole party after a raid wipe or something, or a mechanic. Like, you don't even need to GCD heal. You just need to want to press your OGCD and you're done. And that doesn't seem fun for me as a healer. I can see why healer players are complaining. It's kind of sad I didn't get to experience Gordius or Midas on release. I agree. There's a lot of things that I wish I can experience when it was current, but hey.